there, Cynthia. It's so great to finally get to talk to my big sister-in-law. I'm your brother Carl's wife, Shauna. What? My brother's wife? Oh, now that you mention it, I think one of my old high school friends mentioned to me a while back that he got married. It's nice to meet you, Shauna. Same to you, Cynthia. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get my number? I bet you've probably heard this from my brother, but he's not my biological brother. He's actually my second cousin or something. We're related, but only barely. They just took me in after my parents died when I was young. I call them my parents and brother because, well, they're the only family I know. We never really got along well, though. I have all their phone numbers just in case I need to contact them, but the moment I turned 18 and started a life on my own, they all blocked my number. Oh, wow. Really? Wow, I had no idea. So anyway, there's something I need you to help me out with. What is it? Okay, so a little while ago, I got a job at a company that's pretty close to where you live in your city. I work from 9 to 5, and I need someone to look after my kid when I'm at work, and that's where you come in. What? I heard that you're single and have a job where you work from home, right? That means you have way more free time on your hands than someone who actually goes into work like me, right? So I thought it wouldn't be too much trouble for you. Shauna, hold up just 1 second. Oh, don't worry, I already got your address. It shouldn't be too difficult to find. Shauna, I've never taken care of a kid in my entire life. I can't watch yours for you. Oh, really? In that case, this will be the perfect opportunity for you to accustom yourself to taking care of children. Isn't that great? It's a win-win situation. Shauna, listen to me. No, I cannot look after your kid. I am way too busy. Oh, come on. What else are you going to do with your time? You're single and work at home. My relationship and work status are totally irrelevant. So anyway, I just left her in the doorway to your apartment 2 minutes ago. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you later tonight. You what? Shauna, you actually abandoned your kid in front of my apartment door? What on earth were you thinking? I already told you what I was thinking. I'm working, you're free. So I'm leaving my kid with you to take care of while I'm at work. It's that simple. How old is this kid anyway? Like 4 or 5 months? I may not be a childcare expert, but this kid looks like she's practically a newborn. I think she's like about 2 months, give or take. 2 months? No. This is not happening. I can't take care of a baby that young. Sorry, Cynthia, but I just clocked into work. No turning back now. You have got some nerve, Shauna. I'll see you in 8 hours. Have fun! Shauna, get back here! Shauna, this has to stop. You left your baby on my doorstep again? Yep, thanks for always taking such good care of her. I really appreciate it. Shauna, listen to me. This stops today. You've been doing this to me for a full week now. This baby is only 2 months old. She needs her mother with her, and I am not her mother. How could you just leave such a vulnerable baby with me? Are you out of your mind? And like I told you, I have my own work to be doing. I'm in the middle of a big project that's due in a short time. I'm up to my eyeballs in work, and I have 0 time to spend caring for your baby. Please, Shauna, I know you're in a tough position, but so am I. You need to find someone else, okay? Listen, Cynthia, you're not fooling anyone. I know you work at home, and I know what that means. It means you can't possibly have any really important work to do, unlike me. Get it? It's in society's best interest that you help me out here. I'm sure you'd like to be spending more time playing video games or whatever it is you do while pretending to work, but wouldn't you like to do something to benefit society for once in your life? Honestly, you should be thanking me for giving you the opportunity to do something that's actually meaningful with your life. What are you talking about? I don't spend all day playing computer games. I am working. Just because I'm not going into an office to do my job doesn't mean I don't have duties, deadlines, bosses, clients, everything. I'm being serious right now. I cannot do this anymore. I'm having to spend all morning and afternoon looking after your baby, so I have to put off all my work until night. I've barely slept at all this week. I am absolutely losing my mind over here, and my deadline is getting closer every day. And now you know what working mothers have to deal with every day. This is going to be super valuable opportunity for you. I know it. Stop trying to dodge the issue. That's not what this is about. Kate just got to my office. Gotta go, Cynthia. See you later. Thanks again for taking such good care of my little angel. Shauna, please, I can't take this anymore.
Hey, Cynthia. It's been way too long since we've talked. It's me, Carl.
What?
Your little brother, Carl, remember?
Oh, I was pretty sure you all had blocked me.
I'm sorry to message you so suddenly like this. I just unblocked you a little bit ago.
What could you possibly want now?
Cynthia, I wanted to tell you that I'm sincerely sorry for everything that happened.
Well, it's appreciated, but what's brought this on?
I only blocked you because Mom and Dad made me. I had no choice but to do as they said. I didn't want to block you. You're my sister. I love you. I wanted to keep a normal sibling relationship.
Carl, what's going on?
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know about any of this, but being an only child, I was really happy to have a big sister. If it were my choice, I would have kept things going just like they were, but like I said, Mom and Dad made me block you, and they checked my phone every day to make sure I wasn't contacting you without them knowing.
Wow, that must have been hard for you. But I guess I can understand why things would happen that way. My parents never got along with your mom and dad back before they died. I couldn't even remember the last time I had seen you guys when the day came that you had to take me into your home.
Yeah, my parents told me I wasn't allowed to play with you or even be nice to you. And I know it's way too late, but I really wanted to tell you how sorry I am. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks for telling me how you feel, Carl. I forgive you. It wasn't your fault.
Thanks, Cynthia. So, the reason I wanted to talk to you today is that my parents are getting divorced.
Divorced?
My wife Shauna and I had been living together with my parents in their house, but their divorce has been so chaotic that we decided to take the opportunity to get the hell out of there, and we moved over to your city.
Oh, huh.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to try and put our relationship back together. We could invite Shauna along and go out for dinner, go on trips, make it feel like we're brother and sister again.
Wow. Well, I really appreciate that you feel that way. But if we're going to start fresh, there's one matter that needs to be taken care of before anything else.
What is it? I'll do anything. You name it.
It's about your kid.
Oh, wait. My kid? What about my kid?
Shauna's been dropping your kid off at my house every single day for the last week and making me babysit for her while she's at work. I need you to talk to her and make her knock that off.
What?
Yeah, like I said, it's been going on for an entire week now. And the baby's only 2 months old. I know she's my niece and all, but I have to put my foot down here. I have work to do. I can't watch your daughter during the day. And the only reason I haven't either gone insane or collapsed from exhaustion until now is because my landlord is the kindest woman I've ever met who agreed to help me out when she can. If not for her, I don't even want to think about what sort of state I'd be in. I tried to talk to Shauna about this, but she just doesn't listen to a word I say.
Wait a minute. Niece? Daughter? What are you talking about?
Huh? What do you mean, what am I talking about? She's your daughter, I'm your sister, that makes her my niece.
Cynthia, our child is a boy, so he's my son and your nephew.
What?
And he's not 2 months old, he's 4 months old.
This isn't making any sense. So, wait, if your kid is a boy, then who is this girl I've been babysitting for this week?
Is the baby at your place right now?
Yeah. She's taking a nap in the other room right now.
I'd like to take a look for myself, so is it okay if Shauna and I come over there together?
What the? Is Shauna with you right now?
Well, Yeah, she's been here with me all day.
She's not at work?
Nah, she's off on maternity leave. I took paid leave from work so I could get us completely moved out of my folks' house as soon as possible.
Then we've got a bit of a problem. Shauna's been telling me the reason she needs me to look after the baby is because she's working 9 to 5.
Okay, so either my wife has learned how to teleport, or we've got an imposter on our hands. This is looking to be a pretty interesting day.
Interesting? I'm terrified.
Okay, don't worry. We'll head over there right now.
Do you know my address?
Yeah, you've sent us a Christmas card every year, haven't you? Well, last year I managed to get the mailbox before my parents did, found your card, and copied down your address.
Wow, that's resourceful of you.
Right? So, yeah, we'll be over there soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Hey, what did you do? I was just about to drop my kid off at your place when I got caught by my parents and husband. Good morning. I gotta hand it to you. You totally had me convinced you were Shauna. Uh-oh. But you're not Shauna, and I'm not your sister-in-law, right? You're Shauna's older sister, Jenna. You figured that out? Yep. How? Your family all blocked you, right? There was no way for them to contact you. I thought you'd never find out. As a matter of fact, my brother Carl messaged me just yesterday asking to rebuild our relationship. Seriously? And I also had the pleasure of meeting the real Shauna as well. Oh, come on! Yesterday evening, I gave your daughter back to you like normal, but that was only so we could confirm your identity. Carl and the real Shauna were watching you on my front door security camera, and they got a very good look at your face. Shauna knew right away it was you, her older sister Jenna, and once she confirmed your identity, she immediately jumped into action. She called your parents and your husband and told them what had been going on with you for the last week. And that's how things wound up like they did this morning, from what Shauna said. It seemed like you had visited her at their house sometime after Christmas. I suppose you must have seen my Christmas card and copied down my address just like Carl did. But how did you get my phone number? Did you actually steal it off of one of their phones? No. Look, Jenna, there's really no use in hiding anymore. I know you're not Shauna. I know why you've been shoving your kid onto me. I know everything. Fine. I heard about how you had a bad relationship with his parents at their wedding, so I figured I might be able to use the situation to my advantage. But my God, that moron Carl had to go and pick the worst possible timing to contact you, after I worked so hard to keep up the ruse. Okay, seriously now, did you actually think that you'd be able to get away with this stunt of yours forever? You would have gotten found out eventually, one way or another. In any case, I think you'd better go and have a talk with your husband and parents. Oh, and one more thing, I am never taking care of your kid for you again. What's your problem? It's not like you've got anything better to do. You're such a pampered, spoiled brat. Working from home? Yeah, right. You're just sitting around watching TV and eating snacks all day, aren't you? There's no reason you can't watch my kid for a few hours. You lazy jerk. Hey, what gives? Why are you in your apartment anymore? I tried ringing your doorbell, but then some old lady came out saying she was the landlord and that she'd call the police if I didn't leave. You moved? Why? What do you want? My husband divorced me, and it gets worse. I lost custody of my daughter. Ah, so it would seem that he also found out that you'd been cheating on him then? You said you were leaving your kid with me because you had to go to work. But you were actually just going to see your boyfriend, weren't you? How did you... And then you tried to claim that the girl's father was actually your boyfriend's, not your husband's, but he had a paternity test done. And lo and behold, she is, in fact, your husband's daughter. Oh, excuse me, ex-husband's daughter. And because of this, your boyfriend broke up with you too. Do I have all that right? How did you know all of that? Well, after all that misery you caused me, I was very eager to hear every single minute detail from Carl and Shauna about how quickly your life had spiraled downhill since then. You're a real sociopath, you know that? How can you be enjoying the pain and suffering you caused me? You're gonna have to take responsibility for all this. Excuse me? It's your fault that I got divorced, your fault that I lost custody of my daughter, and your fault that I got thrown out of my parents' house. This is all your responsibility, so you're gonna pay for it. Tell me where you moved. I'm gonna crash with you for a while until I get things figured out. No. Why not? I am not gonna let you in my house just so you can steal anything that has value to pawn for cash. Damn it. I presume your husband is suing you for your affair and child support, right? Your parents referred you to that one company, didn't they? If I were you, I wouldn't balk at the chance to have your rent covered while also being able to make some money to start chipping away at your debts. But that place is really, really, really strict. I don't want to work there. Okay, well, if you're not willing to take the job that's been offered to you, then I don't see why I should have to take care of you. You won't even take care of yourself. You're an awful person, a real black-hearted scumbag. You impersonated your sister and forced a total stranger to look after your child so you could go and cheat on your husband. I don't think you're in any sort of position to call someone a black-hearted scumbag. What was I supposed to do? I can't take my kid over to see my boyfriend. She would have totally killed the mood. I see now that this conversation isn't going to go anywhere. If losing your husband, daughter, and parents isn't enough to slap some sense into you, nothing I could say would either. Goodbye. Hey, don't be that way. Come on, Cynthia. You gotta do something. Help me. When Jenna texted me, it seems that she was in the middle of trying to run away from some friends of her parents. I told Carl and Shauna that Jenna had been looking for me at my old apartment, and they were kind enough to relay that information on to the friends who were looking for her. Just about 30 minutes later, I got another message from Carl that simply said, "They got her." I only found out what happened to her after that when I was finally able to meet up with Carl under normal circumstances and have a normal conversation. Jenna's parents have certain connections, including a company that operates a remotely located factory specializing in monitoring its employees' lives. She'll be working there until she's paid off every last cent of her colossal debts. As for Jenna, I left her number unblocked because I was mildly entertained by the desperate pleas for help she would send me. But eventually, those pleas turned into her just hurling foul language at me, so I decided my fun was over and told Carl about it. He messaged me a little while later saying, "It's been taken care of." And just like that, the messages from Jenna completely stopped. Now that the whole ordeal with Jenna is over, I can finally get back to work on finishing my project in peace and quiet.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Karen, are you there? Oh, is that Lila? Oh, it's not like you to message me. What can I do for you, sweetie pie? I think you probably have some idea about why I'm messaging you today. But would you mind explaining why I just found out your wedding ceremony was last week? Huh? Oh, that? Oh no, I told you it was today, didn't I? Oopsie. I was so happy with my newly married life, I totally forgot to update you. Based on your flippant attitude, I'm guessing it was on purpose. Bingo! Would you mind explaining what the hell you think you're playing at? Why would you think it's acceptable to waste my time like this? Do you have any idea how long I've traveled and how much it cost me to get to that church today? Flights don't come cheap, you know. Oh, quit exaggerating, you big drama queen. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for why you think it's acceptable to behave like this. Go on, I'm waiting. I don't know whether you'll be satisfied with it, but there is something that might help you understand. Quit beating around the bush and spit it out already. Jeez, you're a real hard ass. I know you're my big sister, but you could at least pretend to have some good manners. All right, I'll get to the point. You'll probably regret it when I'm done, though. Tell me, sis, have you been in touch with your fiancé lately? He wouldn't have happened to, I don't know, gone totally silent on you, would he? Huh? What are you talking about? Well, you see, it just so happens that your fiancé is now my husband. Excuse me? Surprising, right? But it's too late for you now. Your fiancé is mine. Sorry, sis. I wish I could see the look on your face. Hang on, wait a sec. Let me get this straight. You mean you intentionally sent me to a wedding ceremony that didn't exist 1 week after you actually got married to make sure I wouldn't show up for the actual wedding? Yep, bingo. We got married last week without you, so your ugly crying face wouldn't ruin the ceremony. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I made a fake wedding invite with the wrong date and changed the groom's name so you wouldn't suspect anything. I see. Interesting. By the way, there's one thing I gotta ask. My fiancé? Who are you talking about? Huh? I don't recall being engaged to anyone. What the heck? Are you really so desperate to save face that you'd lie about being engaged? It's kind of pathetic, Lila. It's okay to admit this sucks, you know. This has now officially left the realm of tragic and become purely hilarious. Stop it, sis. My sides hurt. Anyway, just to be clear, the wedding most definitely wasn't today, right? Duh, of course it wasn't. It must suck so hard to be you right now. Whatever. I'm gonna stop by the hot spring resort on the way home and have a few glasses of wine to forget what an absolute waste of space my little sister is. The tragic loser who doesn't even get an invite to her baby sister's wedding. You really are the comedic gift that keeps on giving. Hey sis, guess what? Me and my new husband are going on our honeymoon today. Can you guess where we're going? Okay, I'll tell you. Me and your ex-fiancé are going to Bali. You know, the tropical island you wanted to go to. Huh? Bali? You're jealous, aren't you? Go on, admit it. But I went to Bali with my friend last year. Huh? Oh, don't talk crap, babe. I know you've never been abroad. Are you lying because you're jealous? Oh, sad. Actually, I go abroad a few times a year for both work and pleasure, so I'm not jealous at all. Not that I care if you believe me. If anything, I prefer shorter vacations within the States at places like hot spring resorts these days. What the hell is this? Oh my God, Lila, would you stop it already? I know you're lying. This is tragic. You old hag. How old are you now? Like 30 these days? Ew. You're nothing but a worn out, dried up, barren wasteland of a failed woman whose fiancé got stolen by her cuter, prettier little sister. You'll never find another man after this. Your future as a wine-obsessed cat lady is pretty much set in stone now. Was your goal with these messages today to make as little sense as possible or something? Why don't you answer my question? Who's my fiancé? I don't have any recollection of having a fiancé, so you could at least tell me his name. Nope. Why not? I don't want to leave a record of my husband's name on your phone. Jealousy is a dangerous thing, and who knows what you might do. You see incidents like this in the news all the time. No way. I gotta defend myself. How could I be jealous about having a fiancé I didn't even know existed stolen from me? Oh, my husband's calling me. Toodles, sis. You really have zero intention of telling me who you're talking about, huh? Hey, Caitlin. Long time no see. Sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I was hoping I could ask you something. Is now a good time? Oh, hey, Lila. You're right. It's been a long time. I heard last week was pretty tough for you. Is everything okay? Huh? What are you talking about? Your sister's wedding. You came down with some awful illness the day before and couldn't attend, right? My cousin was there and he told me all about it. Oh, I see. So your cousin was there, huh? So that's the explanation that's being given for my absence? Huh? You mean that's not what happened? I've mentioned to you before how me and my family don't really get along, right? Huh? I'm sure you did, but didn't you all patch things up like a while back? Did someone say that at the wedding? Well, yeah, that's what my cousin told me. The truth is, I was told that the wedding would be yesterday, a week later than it actually was. Huh? I don't understand. Wait a sec, you mean... Wow, what the hell? Who the heck does that? That's awful. I'm already over it, so I don't really care. But the wedding invite my sister sent me not only had the wrong date, but she also lied about the groom's name. Huh? But why would she do that? My sister seems to think her new husband was my fiancé, and that she stole him from me. I'm not really sure why, but she's hell-bent on insisting I'm just jealous whenever I try to explain to her I don't know who the hell she's talking about. Wow. It seems like she's having the time of her life gloating about stealing my fiancé, and to be honest, the messages are getting kind of annoying. I've asked her to tell me her husband's name countless times, but I swear all she does is act like a little kid and refuse to tell me. I'm a little confused. Why would she do that? Well, that's why I messaged you today. I was hoping you could help me shed some light on things. Sorry to trouble you, but could you please ask your cousin for the name of Karen's husband? Got it. He lives next door, so I'll head over and ask now. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Apparently the groom's name is Alvin Longhorn. Alvin Longhorn? What's wrong? Nothing. But I know who the groom at the wedding was now. Wow, seriously? Ugh, what a momentous pain in the ass. I have a feeling things are about to get seriously awkward, so I'll explain once I've dealt with all of this, okay? Sure thing, babe. That's totally fine. Take your time. Thanks so much for the information. Hello, Lila? What the hell are you playing at, bitch? A bill for compensation from you showed up in the mail today? Why can't you just be happy for your little sister and her new husband? You are so hateful. Go on, tell me. Why do you think I'm charging you compensation? For breaking off your engagement, right? I can't believe you demand money from your little sister and ex-fiancé like this. Have you no shame? I take it that means she finally got everything straightened out with her lawyer then. I'm not the one demanding compensation from you. Huh? It's from another woman called Lila, but it's not me. We just happen to have the same name. Go on, take a closer look at her name. Our surnames are different, right? Oh, you're right. Wait, what the hell? Who is she? The woman you mistook for me and stole Alvin Longhorn from. What? She's a girl I met at one of the hobby clubs I go to. We get along really well, and we happen to have the same first name. She's also the same age as me, so I guess I can see how you might get confused. Alvin's a member of the same hobby group. Now, Alvin, being a very greedy man of questionable moral character, got wind of a rumor that Lila was the very rich CEO of one of the most successful trading companies in America. He wasn't wrong, he just got the wrong Lila. I'm the CEO of the company. Wait, what? Holy crap, you're the CEO of a company? I can see you're surprised, but we're in danger of going off topic here, so allow me to return to the subject at hand. Basically, Alvin mistook the other Lila at the hobby group for me. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because she's in the habit of wearing blazers and her sense of style kind of gives off a business vibe, whereas I tend to dress more casual. In any case, the bottom line is that he mistook her for the CEO, started dating her, and before long was constantly begging for money. Eventually they got engaged, but then, with not much time left before the wedding, he found out he got the wrong Lila and broke up with her. What? In true scumbag fashion, he immediately slithered over in my direction and started hitting on me. But I'd already heard about what he did to the other Lila, so I told him where he could stick his sleazy attempts at charm in no uncertain terms, and that was the end of it. By that point, Lila was already in the process of working out the details of the compensation claims against him with her lawyer. When he heard about it, the sniveling lowlife actually had the nerve to pull a vanishing act. You mean he ran away? Oh my God. I don't know how, but he found out about our family also running their own business and that our dad is pretty well off. That's when he hatched his plan to trick you into thinking you were stealing my fiancé by saying he was engaged to Lila so he could put himself in line for a fat inheritance payout and get his hands on the family's assets. Unbelievably, he actually succeeded, and now you guys are married. Oh my God, no way, are you for real? I suggest you get Dad to check on the family's assets and get confirmation that everything is as it should be ASAP. Huh? You're in for a hell of a ride if it turns out he actually managed to get his hands on any of it. Gah! I've been had. I got Dad to check everything. That asshole took $10,000. Wow, are you serious? What the hell am I supposed to do? Damn it, Karen, if you didn't fake the groom's name on your wedding invite to prevent me from showing up at the wedding, I would have figured out what was going on much earlier and the whole thing could have been prevented. Oh my God, I feel sick. Good, you deserve everything that happens to you from here on out. Stop saying such awful things and help me. Why? Huh? Do you remember what you, Mom, and Dad said to me on the day I got kicked out of the house? You are not a part of this family. Our precious Karen is our only daughter. We're not helping you even if you end up living on the streets. Suffer and struggle on your own, you ugly little rat. Why would I want to help any of you? You can all rot in hell for all I care. Being a family is about helping each other out in times of need. How can you be so cold? Sure, the key words there being each other. I don't have any recollection of any of you guys helping me out, ever. Help us. No, help me. And why should I do that? Because I'm your family. You were the ones who explicitly told me I am not part of your family when you kicked me out of the house, Karen. All I'm doing is honoring your wishes and staying the heck away from you. Shouldn't you be pleased? No, you're my big sis. Actually, I think not being a part of your family automatically excludes me from being your big sis. I can't only be your sister when you need my help. Ugh, Lila, stop trying to sound smart and do something. I'm gonna be totally screwed unless you help me here. You have no right to take this horrible attitude with me. You have to help me because I'm more beautiful than you, you ugly cave troll. You know, Karen, it's actually baffling to me that you think insulting my physical appearance is gonna make me want to help you. It's amazing that you're capable of saying such things in a situation like this. You're one in a million, but not in a good way. No, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I just got a little mad, that's all. Listen, sis, you have more money than anyone in our family. More than anyone I know, which is why you just have to help me. I'm not your family. Oh my God, stop it already. Just help me. Ugh. I need money. Give me money, please. Goodbye. Lila! As for the other Lila and her compensation, fortunately she was just about able to scrape it together from the contents of a savings account Alvin had foolishly forgotten to close before pulling his vanishing act. Me? I managed to avoid any harm due to Alvin being too dumb to realize he had the wrong Lila, which meant his gold digger's dream never came to fruition. The real shit show right now is the situation currently unfolding between Karen and my parents. The reason for that, as you probably guessed, is that Alvin stole and completely used up $10,000 of my dad's money as soon as he and Karen got married. After that, as if to add insult to injury to my now financially broken dad, the managing director of his company, who he'd been locked in a bitter dispute with for months, used the situation as his opportunity to take 90% of the company's employees and go independent. Within the blink of an eye, the company my dad had spent decades building had completely stopped functioning and soon went bankrupt. As the things currently stand, the situation is as follows. Alvin, eager to get a hasty divorce and disappear for good, versus my dad, desperate to get his money back, versus Lila, who probably feels like crawling into a hole and dying right about now. Between being locked in a bitter dispute with little hope of being resolved and suddenly finding themselves so poor they're almost homeless, my ex-family's life is a picture of hell.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.